Oko shebi and then G le shile kwa sa. Oshebi, fly by your man there. It is late. I never. We no go sit down the look. Make them go report our girls. Everybody, we rise up. We no fighting, we just up. No be so. No be so. We gonna share every day. People just go. For family was wiped back Fulanis. So Jackie boy used to call them terrorists. We touch them the canoe, you go cause war. We touch it on the bow, you go cause war. Makana Prugo no Nanga Wamunelua. Hanga when you find for another. It's not the time we go change for them. Change for them, tell them we know this. When you go Pulia Poku Apapuya, they might not say Apayo. Igbo people have been marginalized. I feel peace have been brutalized. We no go sit down there.
Purchase your tracks today.
Make them come kill all of us. We no go sit down there look. We can take our life. We no go sit down there look. Bring them from the house like us. We no go sit down there look. Make them come report our girls.
Purchase your tracks today.
Instead of up, they take us down. Instead of right, they take us left. Buru the change. They promise to change, but we don't see the change. Why you don't let Biafra go? Are you not tired of killing them? There's not the time we go send up for them. Send up for them, tell them we don't be zombie. We no go sit down there look. Make them go kill all of us. We no go sit down there look. Make them go check our wallet. We no go sit down there look. Make them from the house like us. We no go sit down there look. Make them go report our girls.
C'est la personne. Hello, Biafrans. Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to this evening program. I want to welcome each and every one of us. It is 6 minutes past 9 p.m. today, 21st of November 2021, in the day of our Lord Chukwokike. And we want to welcome each and every one of us to this wonderful program, this edition of Biafra Moment. The things we be talking about are issues that are completely related to our struggle, the challenges before us, and proffering solution as well. And we are live from Biafra Television. We are live on Patrick Ikem channel on YouTube, and we're also live on Patrick Ikem channel on Facebook. And I have some of my guests here who are going to be presenting their own objective views on issues. We will be reading the news and we will be making some interactions. This program was widely advertised for like 24 hours, and I believe that a lot of people have gotten the flyer all over the place. And we are just launching this program to be able to create an atmosphere for our people, to hear the voices, to also take the views of people and dissect and interact with our people. So it's going to be a purely interactive program where we would also be opening the line in due course so that people can call in, air their views, and be able to get answers to some of their concerns and questions. With me is Mazi Solomon Peter and Mazi Austin Chika. Guys, I want to welcome you to this program. Good evening, Mazi Solomon.
Thank you so much, Mazi Patrick. Good evening. After a long time again, you are seeing my face for the first time. That's so wonderful.
Yeah, after a very long time. So I don't think you are going to need much of an introduction. Neither is our brother Austin Chika going to need much of introduction because you are all well known in the platform and in the media. I just want Biafrans to understand that we are here to discuss very, very important issues, and we would also be giving people opportunity to also make their contribution. You can make your contribution on the comment section, make your contribution through calls when we open the line. And we are going to take like 45 minutes to interact, and we are going to use the rest 30 minutes or thereabout to open the line for Biafrans. Justin Chika, welcome to the program.
Yeah, well, thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity to be here once again. Good evening from my own side.
Thank you very much, Mazi Austin Chika. Before we proceed, I want to read out a news that is trending. As regard to the view of the Arewa youth leader who have made his position known concerning the release of the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as promised by the man in Aso Rock. And Yerima Shetima says it's dangerous to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If we allow him to go unpunished, then we are saying that the country should produce millions of him. Arewa Youth President Shetima expresses dissatisfaction on call for IPOB leaders release. The leadership of Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, AYCF, has warned against releasing Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. National President of AYCF, Yerima Shetima, warned that more Kanus would emerge to further complicate the insecurity situation in the country. If the IPOB leader is released, Shetima, who spoke to Daily Post, said allowing Kanu to go unpunished would be harmful to Nigeria and the federal government. He has reacted to President Muhammad Buhari's remark that he would consider the IPOB leaders release. Buhari had made the remark during a meeting with some Southeast leaders under the aegis of highly placed, respected Igbo greats, led by First Republic parliamentarian and Minister of Aviation Chief Mbazulike Amechi at the State House, Abuja. Amechi pleaded with President to release Kanu rather than opt for military actions. Responding, Buhari, who promised to consider their appeal, however, noted that an unconditional release of Kanu runs contrary to the doctrine of separation of powers between the executive and the judiciary. However, Shetima stressed that Kanu's release would undermine what he has done to Nigeria. According to Shetima, there is the responsibility of undermining the consequences of what this man Nnamdi Kanu did to the country, and by implication, if he's allowed to go unpunished, it will be sending the wrong message. Nobody in the history of this country has done more damage to this country since the Civil War than this young man. If at the end of the day they allow him to go unpunished, after what he has done, the implication is that nobody will ever commit any offense of this nature and be punished, because everybody will always refer to him. And this means that the constitution is automatically suspended in the country. This means that some people can just commit any crime at the expense of 200 million Nigerians and get away with it. Somebody can pronounce killing and still get away with it. Then what is the essence of condemning people to death for killing more than when compared to what this man Kanu did? This is just a way of undermining the laws of our land. And indirectly, they are saying the government of the day can be easily influenced. This means somebody can commit any offense, then come to Buhari or any other government after this and seek forgiveness. The AYC national president noted that Kanu is not remorseful of his action, hence he may boast of being begged. He added, this man is not even remorseful. Indirectly, it's like the government is begging him to continue with what he's doing, and he would go unpunished. The consequence is that if he is allowed to go unpunished, we will end up having millions of Kanu rising, even if he decides to go ahead with further action. If he is allowed to go, Kanu will come out boasting that he did not beg to be released. He is not remorseful, and there is nothing to show he regrets his actions. And anybody can do such and get away with it. We are not Banana Republic, for God's sake. He maintained that the law should be allowed to take its full course in Kanu's matter. The law must take its full course, and I hope it is not what I'm thinking, because nobody has done the kind of damage this man has done in this country. And up to date, we have not recovered from the consequences of what he has done to this country. We are watching. If we allow him to go unpunished, then we are saying that the country should produce millions of him. With him alone, look at the damage he has done to his region. But for us in the north, we will ensure he has no sympathizer. Nobody is saying he should be dealt with without committing any crime. But if he is found wanting, then nobody is saying he should be dealt with without committing any crime. But if he is found wanting, then he should be made to face consequences of his action. Since the matter is in court, he added. Mazi, I believe that what I have read out is very, very clear and audible to all of you here.
Yes, Mazi Patrick, I don't know if my audio is on. Can you hear me?
Your audio is very, very on, but I want Mazi Austin to start from what I have read. I want Mazi Austin to take the lead on what I have read and give us some kind of, what is your thought on what Yerima Shetima have said? Mazi Austin, over to you.
Well, thank you once again. First of all, Yerima represents a group, so to say, which is Arewa Youth, or should I say a section in Arewa Youth Group, because I think they have a kind of a mother platform. So Yerima, I think, represents a group within the Arewa Youth grouping, so to say. And also, if you listen to what Yerima said so far, you will agree with me that he sounds frustrated. Yerima indeed sounded frustrated. How do I mean? He was not actually pointing at what laws or what law looks at, which is evidences before the law. Rather, he was, flopping here and there his sentiment, how he feels. But beyond that, there's something also we just have to. Yerima have also spoken to us in a manner that we can as well deduce the reality on ground. Because Yerima is coming from the region that is currently in charge of governance in the land. So, whether we agree or not, he has access to some level of sensitive information, considering the fact that his own region is currently in charge of governance. So, if Yerima is telling us that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu appears not to be remorseful in his own language of the damages, according to him, he has done to the Nigerian state, to an ordinary Biafra, what that message sends across to us is this: that irrespective of what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has passed through, irrespective of the torture, the subjugation, the abuses, the incarceration, they have been unable to break him down. That's exactly the technical format. That's exactly what Yerima is submitting here. Because it's not easy for anyone to experience what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has experienced so far, and the person remains stable in his pursuit, remain committed in what he's pursuing. So Yerima is making, Yerima is submitting here that despite vicious circle attempts to drop him down, to demoralize him, to force him step out of his mission, which is the restoration of Biafra through referendum, that despite all the applications of statecrafts, that he has not been, demoralized on his faith and belief system. So, if we can narrate from that angle, we can as well say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu of the current still stands as a threat to the oppressors. So that is all I have to deduce and say so far on Yerima's statement.
Thank you, Mazi Austin. Thank you. Mazi Solomon, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay.
Today, not today. We are going to break down.
Yeah, because I can see that your line was breaking. Now you listen to what Austin have said, and from your own view, how do you see the position of Yerima when he talk about breaking the law and the crime that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have committed? How do you see the position of Yerima in this particular discourse now?
Okay, I can start by saying that in this matter of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Yerima is nobody, and his opinion on the matter does not count. Number one, he started failing by condemning Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has not been condemned by any visible law outstanding in Nigeria. He continued making judgment on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, counting on things on his own, which he felt that should be counted on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as an accusation. And he failed to understand that the law of the country in which he claimed that he belonged says that any accuser remain innocent until proven otherwise, until competent court of law declare that person guilty of what he has been accused of. There is no competent court in Nigeria that has convicted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of any accusation leveled against him. No one. Then Yerima again is making a claim that has not been justified by the law of the country in which he claimed he belongs. That is laughable. Very, very laughable. But the only thing we need to count on is that these people, they are very, very good in coming to push out their narrative, make their comment without fear of anything. Not like as it was in the East, where people are being afraid, even in the South, in the entire South, where people are being afraid to come and aim their opinion openly. If not, we should begin to ask a question: what gives Yerima that boldness? What gives Yerima that courage to have come out and begin to make a statement on the matter that is in the court, begin to make conclusion on the matter that is in the court, accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of being guilty of the accusation he was making on him without any competent court of law pronouncing it. So for you to see the level of intimidation that these people have in them, they feel like they can intimidate anybody as long as the so-claimed Nigerian country that they claim they have, as long as they are in that Nigeria that they claim they have. Now, Yerima did not come to make a comment during the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He never asked a question. How did Nigeria manage? Under which law did Nigeria base their action of bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back into the country? Under which law did they do that? Yerima did not make a comment. He did not draw conclusion. He did not ask for explanation. But they felt like it is in their power. It is in their power to say what happened to the country. That is in their power to intimidate anybody in the country. That is laughable. So, on my own opinion, here, what Yerima was saying does not count and can never be taken serious because he has no backing of the law. He has no backing of the law. That is his mere wishes. It's just like some people who are in one corner or the other wishing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should die in the prison. But it's not in their hands to do that. Wishing that we wish the breaking news to be that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu died in the prison. That is their mere wishes. There is no backing of the law that stated that he should die there. And that is just my own opinion with what Yerima is putting out in the media.
Thank you, Mazi Solomon. We saw how Yerima, yes, I'm calling this Yerima. We saw how Yerima, in his statement, we saw some level of lamentation, like Mazi Austin said. We saw some level of frustration. And, they feel angered because they feel that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have come to break Nigeria. And for them, that is the only hope they have. Looking at what Yerima said about the situation of what he expects the law to do in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Austin, Yerima have failed to even recognize that the judiciary have not even been able to, prove themselves worthy to handle this case in the first place. The judiciary continue to run away from the same case that the law that he's talking about. Does it mean that Yerima have not been following the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or he's just living in denial? Mazi Austin.
Except one is not really familiar with various development as regards to Biafra struggle. One of those battleground which most people tend not to understand because people believe in that primordial form of battle fighting, one of the strong battleground that Biafrans knowingly or unknowingly have engaged themselves is media war. And on the space of media war, there's what we call change of narratives. People can decide to reconstruct narrative. People can decide to, re-engineer, a narrative to favor them. Yerima is not naive to the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case against the Nigerian state is lying before the court, which the court on her own side have not really shown levels of neutrality in the matter. But that nevertheless, this is not the first time Nigerian court has displayed partisanship. That happened from 2015 to 2017, and at the bewilderment of all, at the end, Elohim had his way. So Yerima is not naive of the fact that the matter is before court. But what actually is happening here, and that's why our people need to be properly enlightened, properly educated to the dynamics of this battle, the dynamics of the war. You see, every time you hear is an attempt of narrative. It is a very conscious move. They know on that front.
It's like you're having network issues. Mazi Austin is having.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but it's like your video is blank. Okay, I think you're back now. I think you're having breakage in transmission there. Mazi Solomon, while we wait for Mazi Austin to sort himself out, I don't know if you're hearing me, Mazi Solomon.
Yes,
While we wait for Mazi Austin to sort his network issues out, what is your take? Does it mean that Yerima is trying to is not following the case, understanding that even the law he's talking about, that the judiciary even lack the capacity to prosecute this case? That the judiciary has not shown capacity in the first place. How do you prosecute a case that you lack the capacity to? Does it mean that Yerima is living in denial?
Okay, Mazi, when you come to the position of Yerima, the position of Yerima in his statement represent a lot of people in that Ariwa side, the Ariwa side in Nigeria. The Northerners, his opinion represent a lot of Northerners. They prefer every punishment. They prefer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to receive every punishment without going through the judiciary process, without even being pronounced guilty by the court. For the North, who actually wanted the bondage and the suffering of the Southerners to continue like the way it is today, the undevelopment in our region to continue the way it is. Now, they themselves in the North, who wanted this situation to continue, have already concluded. They have already concluded that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is guilty of any allegation they have leveled against him. That is just their mindset. That even in their mindset, they are not going to believe any other judgment contrary to what they believe. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has already been condemned. In their mind, they have already condemned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In their mind, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has already been a dead person. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not deserve freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not even deserve going through the judiciary process for him to pronounce whether guilty or not guilty. So that is the mindset of the Ariwas. And it's not something that just started by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not at all. For them, in their own mindset, they did not accept that any person from the south, from the southern Nigeria, mainly from Biafra land, deserved to live or deserved to be alive. They did not believe it. They did not believe that anybody from the southern Nigeria deserved to have justice in Nigeria. They did not believe it. They did not believe that anybody that is from the southern Nigeria or from Biafran land deserved to be proven whether justified or condemned. For them, you are already condemned. That mindset that they grabbed from their religions that makes them believe that you are an infidel. You did not deserve to live. You did not deserve to have life. Nobody from the Biafran land is right or should have rights, even right to life. And they have proven it in their attitude. You watch what happened in Anambra previously, where they send all their military arsenal down to Anambra State, ready, and you see a lot of pictures of them speaking Hausa and speaking their language, at the same time shooting everywhere, directly into the house, which even if the kids are there, or disabled people are there, or even people who could not make escape, women are there, they are shooting into the house, burning the houses. So this is just their mindset, that nobody in the Southerners have life. Nobody in Biafran land have life, deserved to live. And that is what prompted them into the war, into going into the war. Instead of going into negotiation with Biafrans, they declared war on Biafrans because you deserve to die. You don't deserve to live. So the real what Yerima is saying is printing out the mindset of the people, of the Northerners. That is why after the first coup that happened in Nigeria, you see how they goes everywhere, killing the Southerners, killing the Igbos, killing the Biafrans everywhere. Because for them, they have already concluded you don't have right to life. You don't have right for justice. You don't have right for equity. You don't have right to anything that should be a right of human being. So Yerima is not at this point discussing the right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that has been denied by keeping him in DSS dungeon. He's not discussing about his right that are being abused in Kenya. He's not discussing about his right that are being continuously abused by the executive arms of the government through their secret agency of DSX. He's not discussing it. For them, you deserve it as long as you are an Igbo man. As long as you are from Biafran land, you deserve it. You deserve it. So these are the kind of mindset that we are dealing with, and we are bringing it forward. And we are discussing Yerima here, not because Yerima is important, or Yerima can decide what happened, or his opinion can decide what happened. His opinion cannot decide what happened. That is definite, because the federal government knows the mess they are into. They know the mess they are into.
That is even the area I want to go, Mazi Solomon. Before you go there, though we are trying to cut the time short. Now, is Yerima in a position? Unfortunately, Mazi Austin, I hope he returns back. Is Yerima in a position to actually advise this administration of Buhari and Malami? Looking at the mess they have brought themselves into on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you think that Yerima really have the intellectual capacity to understand that even the Buhari administration and the APC are even trying to rescue themselves from the mess? Does he really understand the implication of the mess that this administration have put themselves in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Mazi, over to you.
Now, you must be very. It must be very, very clear to Biafrans that the Northerners doesn't care about the mess, about whatever mess they might try to cause in order to pursue their agenda. They are not afraid of any mess. And when you read it from the background on how they dispatched the Fulani militants everywhere, killing people, why they are the one in power, they didn't even look at the mess and said, okay, we are the one in power, we are the one in control of the government, and our people are the one killing people. That it should be a mess, it should be a blackmail, but they don't consider any mess when they are pursuing their agenda. So such thing does not stay to their face. And when you come to Yerima is actually representing, his opinion is representing the opinion of millions of Northerners. In their shallow understanding, about what a Biafran deserved is already settled in their mind. So what Yerima is saying here represents the opinion of millions of them, even the opinions of most of them who has moved into Biafran land and are killing people in their farm. Those ones that are in Benue, killing people in their farmland, destroying their farm products. So Yerima is representing their opinion. So it is a hard time for us to begin to understand when these people are saying they want to keep one Nigeria, they want to keep the Biafrans in Nigeria, they want to keep Oduduwas in Nigeria. It is hard time that people begin to understand their mindset of wanting to keep you. Their mindset of wanting to keep you. Their mindset of wanting to keep you is in a situation where you does not deserve justice. That is why. Because if you deserve justice, they should be discussing right now about referendum. But because you don't deserve justice, so you must be forced to belong to Nigeria. Even if you are dying, even if your people are dying, even if you are in Ogoni land drinking dead water, poison water, they don't care. Even if you are in a Joland shitting in a water and drinking the water which you shit on, they don't care. They don't care if you are undeveloped. They don't care if whether there is road, there is a road that leads from Anambra to Enugu, or your road is built. They don't care. They don't care if you have some infrastructures in your place. That they don't care about the health system of the people. They don't care about the educational system of the people, if it's working or not, if there is roof over the students. They don't care about those ones. They want to keep you in Nigeria because you don't deserve justice. You don't deserve justice. That is exactly their opinion. And these are what we are battling with every day. So in every attempt to administer justice to our people, you will see them pumping out to make a statement, calling us the name that they are. They are the killers, but you will see them jumping up on the media as people who are civil, calling us who are decent and civil the killers. Why they are the killers all over Nigeria, and even in the notice of the entire world, they are the killers. But they will jump out to begin to make a statement, even without any basic on the law. This is what is happening, and we must capture this mindset from people who are in that area. Majority of people from that area. Thank you, Mazi Patrick.
Thank you very much, Mazi. We saw also where he said that millions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would rise up. Does it mean that Yerima doesn't know that there are millions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already that have risen up? Is he trying to tell us that whatever happens, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be used as an example to dampen the mind of others who might definitely rise up. Is that what Yerima is trying to say here? That the moment they are able to kill Mazin Nnamdi Kanu or whatever, that the agitation for Biafra will die down. Is that what he's trying to say?
Yeah,
is that not deceitful to this administration? Is it not deceit? Is it not lies? Mazi, go ahead before we open the line for people to call in. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Mazi, there is one thing that Yerima refused to understand in this very matter. That the driving force behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is lack of justice. Lack of justice in Nigeria. So there is nothing they can do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today that can stop the position that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has taken. There is nothing, because the driving force behind it is injustice, inequity, and that is their tradition, because it's been seen by his statement. He never advocated that justice should be administered to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He never advocated that the right of the right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be reserved and should be given to him. He never advocated. For him, he is the soldier, he is the military, he is the judiciary, he is the executive, he is everything. So as long as he is everything and they are everything, whatever judgment they confer in their room, in their citizen, definitely that is what we desire. You don't need to go through any systematic process of proving yourself or proving your case. But whatever that the Ariwa control and the people have to do, that is what we desire. And nobody should save you from it. And that is the way they want to come. So he was thinking that the moving one out of the way will intimidate other people and make other people to be afraid of their faith. To understand that the driving force is inequity, the driving force is injustice. That no matter how you try to cover it, as long as you are administering justice to people, they will rise against you. They will rise against that injustice. Because it is inhuman. It is inhuman. There is nobody today that will come and hold that person's neck and he say that person will not move his body. There is no side you will give and he say that side will not fight. As long as they did not do anything to stop the level of injustice and inequity in Nigeria, as they buy it as their tradition, that they can intimidate anybody in the same country which they state Nigeria is tracking. I don't know if this is how it is.
Yeah, Mazi, you're having difficulties with your volume, with your voice. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh
You're
God.
better. I think you're much better now.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking maybe it was a network problem that it will come back to Mala. I think it was maybe something from your end. I've been trying to get in touch with Austin, by the way, to see if he can rejoin us, but he's not forthcoming. So, but the line is open. If you want to call in, you can call in on the number on the screen, +39388 177 9665. If you want to call in, you have questions, you have comments, you have contribution, you can call in. But we want to read from the comment section, but I'll be picking comments because not every comment makes sense. So I'll be reading. Okay, somebody is saying Christian. Iloebu said, Mazi Solomon, longest time. They are greeting you, your followers, and there is the greetings. And we have somebody also said, Oga, you guys should go and sit down. Free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu now. By it, Emmanuel. People always make comments. So what do you guys have to say about Fulanis with guns and so-called repented Boko Haram? Free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. By it, Emmanuel again. Izuaba Christian Bayai. Is it Bayai? He said Yerima is nobody. All he's saying is just his opinion. It doesn't hold anything. Okay. Which we've said here, by the way. He said, oh, somebody, Anayo Alanwoke is saying, good evening, Mazi Patrick, and everybody in the studio, and lovers of freedom across the globe. Thank you very much. Somebody is saying, what is happening to Radio Biafra in London? I don't know. I'm not tuned into Radio Biafra. We are not transmitting from there. I hope you will talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by Sunday, Alicia. There are no much serious comments here. People are just dropping. Okay, somebody say your voice is cracking. Somebody say bring Austin back. What the Fulani is trying to establish is that they have right to kill every one of us, and we do not deserve justice. We will relentlessly fight them for every angle and every aspect. Mazi Solomon, we've seen comment. We are waiting for people to call in. If you want to contribute, the line is open and the number is on the screen. Mazi Solomon, there is this kind of mindset, like you said, that gives, these are the same northern youth who at some point gave Igbos ultimatum to leave the north. And they were never prosecuted for that vacation order. Mazi, what do you have to say about that? The same Yerima who is now coming out to condemn Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was at some point gave Igbos ultimatum to leave the north. Let us see if we can take our first call on this program. Let's see if we can take our first caller. Just a moment. I don't know what is wrong with the phone. Just a moment, please. Hello, caller. Good evening, and welcome to the program. Good evening.
Good evening, Maz, Patrick, and Simon. My
Solomon.
name is
Solomon Peter.
Solomon, excuse me.
Yes.
My name is Maz Chigozie. I'm calling you from Italy here.
You're welcome to the program.
Thank you. One, I want to say you guys are doing a great job on the topic we are talking about today, because the so-called Yerima, for me, Yerima is a very stupid man who does not know that a country functions with law. Doesn't know there are laws that anywhere, there is no country anyway. So he lives in a place that's not a country. So he thinks and believes everything. He believes that that place is a Fulani tribe, not a country. That's why he's taking.
Nigeria is a Fulani empire.
Exactly. Nigeria is a Fulani empire. So that's why you can see them think that way, behave that way. The other time I was reading a news where they said the impersonator Buhari is thinking, considering releasing. So he never occurred to him that he's in MLS already and thinking of releasing a man that his hands are clean. People are saying, okay, we want to remain one Nigeria. And the other people are asking you, okay, let's put this to vote. And it solves the problem. So why are you scared of putting it to vote? Why are you scared of the referendum? But my major question today is, I want to ask, there was an alarm that was released by the lawyers of our leader about his health. And it looks as if it was so quiet in the social media. What are our medias are doing over this? Because after that day, nobody is talking about it again. So that is my question.
Thank you for that question, Mazi Solomon. Do you have answer what he said concerning the alarm the lawyers raised about the health of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, caller. Thank you for that contribution.
Yeah, I think on that very note, I have to do little clarifications here. Right from when our leader is in Kenya, his health is in danger. We must be aware of that, and I don't know why people stop talking about it. And again, he was subjected into a kind of punishment that involved beating and involved tying him on the floor. And all this kind of process that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went in Kenya is putting his health in danger. Okay, so there is an accumulation. Despite his condition, even before the event, there is an accumulation. So somebody like in my positions, I'm very, very aware every day that the health of our leader is in danger. And he keeps saying that we should continue to put him in prayer, because this also involves his life and his health. We know for that for sure. Now, all this while, because the lawyers did not wanted, first of all, to project what we have already known in order to escalate the emotion and the sentiment of the people. So they keep coming with an encouragement, But at this very point, when we have given Nigeria the chance to prove their case in their court, and then ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were moved out from DSS dungeon, at least to have access to his medical team, then we have, for almost months now, we have followed things up, and they are not ready to use their judiciary system to enforce the right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I think that's what brought the lawyers into raising alarm right now for his health, because these are his fundamental human right. His health. Anybody who passed through what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu passed through, your life and health should be in danger at this very point. So the lawyers raising this very point is to make sure that there is pressure in the side of the judiciary. We cannot just fold our hands. And we know that nobody can just be under the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ordinary. What level of health do you possess to have gone through what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went through, to have been in the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and your health will be intact? What kind of level of health? Now let's even take it in the aspect of biology. The body is dependent. The functions of the body is dependent on the daily activities. That you are healthy today cannot guarantee you being healthy tomorrow if you did not access the necessary things that your body requires to function. And these are all the things that have been denied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So the things that could make him to be in a good health, even if he was in a good health in the first place, has been denied him. Do you think you can be in a good health when you are not eating balanced food? Do you think you can be in a good health when you are not having good fresh air, when you are not breathing good fresh air? Do you think you can be in a good health when you are being under emotionally and physically torture? Who can survive it? No human can survive such thing. No human health can survive it. Even if you are stoned. So judiciary should have that pressure in them, and they should be well aware that by raising this alarm, so many laws and the right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has to be activated. And if anything happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or anything happened to his health, they will own the larger portion of the blame. So these are the job of the lawyers. and they are doing their job accurately. So all we need as a Biafrans, not because it worries me when I see people who supposed to be reasoning when they fail to reason. At this very time that the lawyers has brought this very pressure, we're supposed to be spreading it everywhere. It's supposed to be talk of the town. He's supposed to be everywhere because they need to receive this pressure. Judiciary need to have a pressure that will remind them that keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon is not for the best interest of the Nigerian judiciary system. So we are the one who's supposed to carry out this campaign, push more pressure, push it to the media, push it to Twitter, push it to the Facebook, spread it everywhere, so that Nigerian judiciary should start receiving this pressure and should do everything right to grant unconditional release for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to attend to his health. So that is what is happening. And the question is, what have we done since after this alarm was raised? Our job is to support the legal team into putting that pressure, into pushing that pressure to extreme. That is our job. Our job is to push through that pressure that they brought out. Push it. His health is not good. His health, right from the report he has in Kenya, and since he arrived in Nigeria, they have been using their doctor to attend to him. They know that his health is not good. So now it's very important that we will put pressure, begin to talk, begin to use your platform to criticize Nigeria judiciary for the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Put pressure on them. That is what the lawyers want you to do. That is what they want the Biafrans to do. They don't want you to declare a physical war that will even harm the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more. They don't want you to go outside the provision of law, who should also give them more advantage to whatever claim they are having for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So any legal pressure that they brought out, we need to pursue it with all that we can, with all we have. Make sure it's being spread. Make sure that it's the Twitter that you are tweeting every day. Make sure that it's the Facebook program you are doing every day. Make sure every media is receiving this news. Push that pressure. And that is what can achieve a victory for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And without such a measure of pressure, based on the alarm that is raised, I'm telling you that the suffering of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu might continue for a while. Because there is something people don't understand with the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As Nigeria is today, holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under their control, you as an individual, you as an ordinary organization, you as a group of people, there is less you can do to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out outside a judiciary, outside a legal means or constitutional means. Because if Nigeria is trying to shy away from their law, you keep reminding them their law. That is where you are going to collapse them. That is where you are going to destroy them. You will keep reminding them their law. You keep putting pressure on them based on their own constitution. Then if you have done your job very well on that very level, you can attract the attention of international communities and some other bigger institutions like African Union, like West African Union, like UN, and the others.
So if you have not done your job well on the ground, there is no way you can attract the attention of these very people. So now that they are heading Mazi Nnamdi Kanu based on their judiciary system process, then you need to hold them there. That is where you are going to dance your dance very well and be able to have a standing result. So anything outside that, you can hardly have a minimum result. A minimum result. Because in the first place, they have already succeeded in keeping him under their control. Because what we could have fought in a very high way is to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not come to where he is today. If there is any fight we're supposed to have done, it should be the fight to prevent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being kidnapped or being captured by Nigerian illegal team. So, but that has slipped out of our hands, and they are pushing it to judiciary, and they are pushing it to their laws. So we need to hear them by their laws, and that is why we are telling you in the first place, it is a grave offense they committed in Kenya, and we are holding them tight, and they can't escape it, even with all the political solution they will provide. They will not escape that, because it's not only you in Nigeria that is asking them query on that. On international stage, they have query to answer as to regard to.
Mazi, we have a caller. We have calls coming in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, my brother, thank you very much for picking my call. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Introduce yourself and tell us where you are calling from, please.
Okay, yeah, my name is Okay. I'm calling from London.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my people, thank you very much for making this program today. You know, I saw the advert, so that's why I waited to join in. You know, I'm very happy this topic of the lawyers came out today, and I'm very happy that you people came out to address it as well. You know, there is something our people need to understand in all of these things that is happening. You know, when people knows what they are doing something, people should learn how to give them benefit of doubt by, you know, allowing them to do what they know how to do best. I want to ask a very simple question to some of all these people ranting online and saying all kinds of nonsense. I want to ask a very simple question. Most of them talking about this nonsense has not even been into a law school or don't even represent any organization. Talk more of to know how legal matters and some matters actually being handled. You know? These are the problem as well too. Somebody who is doing trade doing trade or doing business will now come and advise you how a legal somebody that went to school and been in office for many years and studying something and doing something as his job, and they will come out to tell you that this is how you are going to go to court. This is what you have to present to court. Is that how a reasonable people should be doing? The reason why I'm saying all these things is because those people that were accusing these lawyers that they don't know what they're doing, that they saw that. I hope now that they have compelled this lawyer to come out and make this public, nobody knew. Maybe the others know that one of the lawyer was detained. Maybe they know, but they don't want to make it public because they are protecting some things. And the lawyer himself was also protecting some things too. But they don't want to give this lawyer a breathing space to do their job. All they do is to go about and talking rubbish, especially this evil woman called Dr. Lake. Is she even a lawyer? From doctor to lawyer. From lawyer to finance, from finance to commander. What does she even really know? What does she even really want? This is the question I want everybody listening today to ask this woman. Some people who knows her privately should ask her this question. What exactly does she really want in IPOB? or what does she really represent? Because she is the one that started all this problem. And she is the one still pushing it today. Okay, the same Ejiofor this woman was cursing and abusing is the same man that these people detained because he went to see Martin and the dad. And nobody, some of these people that protecting this woman today will not come out and ask this woman a question. If you say that Ejiofor sold Martin and the dad, how come the DSS detaining him for some kind of issues?
No, it's not Ejiofor that was detained. It was Aloy Ejimako that was detained.
Aloy, my brother. Sorry.
Yes.
The same Aloy, this woman was accusing that Aloy sold that in the DSS agent to this one. If Aloy was DSS agent, how come they can arrest their own agent and put him in cell? That is the question I want people watching today to especially
it's all distraction, please. It's all distraction. I don't want us to go much in that direction. I want us to focus. You know, when you are distracted, and that is where the issue of the discipline in IPOB comes in. You know, when you are disciplined in IPOB, the distraction does not affect you. It is those who lack the discipline that get distracted. So, but we just have to focus on the topic of our discussion. We are talking about the RY youth, despite the fact that people are saying that he's not relevant. But when we look at his position as RY youth, he's speaking for the RY youth. His voice represents thousands and millions of RY youth. They think in the same direction. And that is what we are bringing here today.
Maz, let me say something about I saw that statement that man made. For me, I don't take. You know why I don't take this seriously? Let me just give you one or two examples. Okay, first and foremost, that statement that guy made. If you look at that statement doesn't hold any power concerning the issue they have at hand. Let me make it very clear to everybody that listening today that these people have already changed. They have already have inner meeting. Before that man called himself representing an answer of called himself Buhari, was even to agree that he will consider to release my brother. You see Malami, let me give another example. Malami came out on Channels TV last time, said when Malami was asked, are you going to consider outside dialogue in release of Mazin Abedal? And the Malami answered, we can rule out, we do not rule out any option. This is the answer Malami gave. I hope that some of you saw that on headline, right? Do you know the reason why Malami made that statement open? A lot of things they are passing through in concerning Mazin and the Carlos case. That is the reason they are facing a lot of pressure, not even from IPOB and outside the international community. Okay,
Kola, I want to say thank you. Thank you. You have already made your point. You've made your point. You don't even need to say further. Thank you for that contribution. Yes. Thank you for that contribution. So that we can take in other calls as well. I really appreciate that.
All right, no problem.
Thank you very much. Mazi Solomon, calls continue to call in. If you want to call in, please call in. We've missed some calls. I will encourage you to keep calling in. We'll be responding. Mazi Solomon, we saw when Malami actually admitted that they would not rule out any political solution. And we know at that point that they don't even need the Igbo leaders actually to go and approach them. You know, but I believe that the Igbo leaders actually made that move just to give them that soft landing. Let's see if we can take another caller. Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program. Yes, good evening. Good evening. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us where you are calling from, please?
Okay, my name is Ogi. I'm calling from London.
Okay,
I have a similar.
Okay, Chukwu, welcome to the program.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yes.
And thanks to Solomon. It's such a very beautiful program this evening.
Yes.
Yeah, the question I have is just like an add-up to the previous caller, okay, from London as well. Because regarding that same post made by Barrister Joffa regarding the health of our leader, because the opportunist in our midst has just clamored on it, trying to bring down DOS, saying that DOS are not doing anything for the release of Onyendo, which to me is just a contrast. I just want to ask, what do you guys have to tell them? Especially this accusation on the part of DOS. They are saying that DOS has remained mute since the release of that news. So what do you guys have to say? Is there anything that the DOS is supposed to do in regards to that which they haven't done?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my sister Ogechukwu Kamma. Thank you for that question. Mazi Solomon, can you respond to the question about anything the Directorate of State should do as regard to the report by the lawyers and how people are using it? You know, from the moment the issue of sit at home came, people have always taken advantage of everything, trying to put blame on the leadership. On this one, they said the leadership have not come out to say anything. But I think that there have also been some form of press statement released through a more powerful as regard to the threat they feel with the life of our leader in detention. Mazi Solomon, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. And I also thank our sister that brought up these questions. That people feel or people talk or people run programs in the media or in the Facebook proving that DOS are doing nothing, that there's nothing the leadership is doing, does not amount to be the truth, and does not amount to be that the DOS we are not doing anything. One thing you will know that leadership has its own responsibility, his own way of responsibilities. Most times, the way that people who are being led, the way they reason, is not the way that people who are faced with the reality of leadership reasons. There will be a time you will give people the chance to say what they want to say, talk what you want to talk, and you will know that you are a leader and it is your responsibility to hold information intact. It's your responsibility to make sure that you stand upright, not be moved by emotion or by sentiment. So that people thought and people talk DOS are doing nothing does not mean that DOS we are doing nothing. Does not mean to the reality that DOS we are doing nothing. The fact remains that the DOS are the leadership of this very struggle, and they are in tune with anything that it will take to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of DSS dungeon. Anything that it will take, not fake things, but the reality of things that can ensure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, DOS are in tune. And you don't expect them, because these are legal issues. It's not everything that they have to come to the media and they started giving statements on. You also remember when you are being arrested by police, they will tell you anything you said can be used against you on the court of law. When it involves legal process, talking too much, explaining too much, does not actually help for anything. So DOS are working and they are in tune, working tirelessly to ensure that our leader regained freedom. But at the same time, they cannot stop people to reason the way they want to reason, to think the way they want to think, or to say the things. Just as assuming DOS, they come out today and they say to people, never you think that we are doing nothing. You think they are going to believe them?
If the DOS come and say, we are working, you will still see people throwing stone on them, attacking them. Tell us what you are working. Tell us where you are working. Even if the information were not meant to be communicated to the public. So that is what we just have to know, that there is no way the leadership of the structure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set, there's no way they can abandon the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's no way they can go to the sleep just by yourself. Just think about it. That if you are the one that people are expecting today for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what will make people think that you are sleeping? So they are working in tune. They are coordinating. The DOS are coordinating with so many people, which is not things that they will come here and be saying in the public. But the fact is that we must understand the mindset of our people. We must understand the mindset of our people and the majority of people who are around this very struggle right now. The many people who are in this very struggle right now believe in a physical confrontation. They believe in a physical confrontation, not on any diplomatic approach. So whenever you try to apply any diplomatic approach, you are sabo, you are sellout. Even when the physical confrontation cannot give you result, our people want to see it. Even if it cannot, even if the physical confrontation will make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu die in the next 1 minute, our people want to see it. They want to see it, and then they will commend you that you are working. They want to see you coming to the Facebook and be making nonsense statements, and they will be saying, you are working, you are bold, you are fearless. But the last I read, fearless people don't sit in the Facebook ranting. Fearless people goes where there is fear. Then that's what we make you to predict them. They are fearless. Somebody is in America ranting, accusing everybody of selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the person never make any attempt to go where the fear is, where they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He never enter flight. He's ready to enter flight, go other places, fly to every media. But enter flight, go and confront DOS, DSS, who that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No attempt. No attempt has been made. We have not even had an attempt that she even tried to Nigeria to go and challenge them in Nigeria. But they are conscious of their own security. They are conscious of their own security. They are conscious of their own safety. But they are not conscious of the safety of Onyendu. They are not conscious of the safety of the man who is already suffering. They are not conscious of his security. But they are all conscious of their own security. Because since all these things are happening, you know where Onyendu is. It's not that Onyendu is being hidden. Onyendu is at DSS dungeon. You know where he is. What makes you not to fly and go there and challenge the DSS? And they challenge the Nigerian judiciary and the court. They still tell you that they are buying lawyers. Why are you buying lawyers? Why you are busy in the Facebook? You are ranting, showing too much muscle. Why are you then looking for another person to go and fight for you? They are busy instigating other people to be lawless, to give Nigeria advantage against the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But they themselves, they are conscious of their own security. They never make any attempt to run into a problem. Since then, they never come to where they will come face to face with DSS or Nigerian judiciary. Is that not selfish? And they will sit back and tell you, DOS is not working. DOS is not working. You that is saying DOS is not working, are you working? Because if we are working, by now, we should have been talking about another level. You could have gone there, challenge all the DSS, push them down, confront them, blow them up.
And even break the prison. Break the
prison. All these methods are available. The hammer that you will use is in the market. The gun you will use is in the market. They are selling it in America where you are. The bullet is in the market. The machine, the car you will use in the market. What stop you the money you say you have? Why can't you buy all these instruments and go and prove yourself? So you can see that the people are lying to themselves. They are lying to themselves. They are in their comfort zone, trying to instigate the public so that the Biafrans, because we have already believed that there will be a confrontation, physical confrontation in this very struggle, because many people have already believed so. So now they want to instigate people so that they will jump into that conclusion and then make the worst mistake of their life. While they have a better opportunity to hold Nigeria even without shooting gun. They have the better opportunity to hold Nigeria very tight and do their local politics very well and then escalate to international politics. They have the opportunity. So all these people are fake. They are liars. Anybody who said DOS are not working, they are liars. Because they themselves, what they claim they are, they have never convinced anybody that this is truly. They sit in America, they even cry that they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But you have money for flight. You know where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, and you never pay him visit. For your likeness on him. For you being the person that like him most, DOS doesn't like him. They don't care about his safety. But you who goes on exposing even the low tune activities that the struggle has been embarked on, you are the one that loves Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are the one that wants him out. They are all liars.
Mazi Solomon, hold on. I want you to take a breath. I want you to relax a bit, because if it's possible for you to take a glass of water, I will excuse you while we listen to this caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Mazi, my name is Kelechuku Obaga. I am calling from Turkey, Istanbul.
Kelechuku from Turkey. Go ahead and make your contribution. Ask your question. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my brother. I really want to appreciate all of you, because you people have done a lot in this struggle. And I want to appreciate our DOS, because if anybody say that DOS is not doing anything, that person is a very big liar, because keeping this radio running is a very big task, because our people still need more teachings. We still need more teachings. DOS have done a lot in this struggle, and our leader trusts them. That is why he hand this struggle over to them. If anybody coming online talking anything that talking about DOS, this is not the time for criticism, my brother. This is the time for we to come together. This is the time, because our leader have finished the job, and this job just remain a little. Our leader is in the war front. If anybody coming online deceiving our people, those people are not for this struggle, because our leader has finished the work. Our flag has been raising. We have raised our flag. So this is the time, everybody, we should come together. We should come together and stop calling the name of DOS here, DOS there, DOS there, DOS there, because these people, they have a lot to do. This radio is still running today because of the DOS, because of the work they are doing. My brother, may God bless all of you.
Thank you very much, Mazi, for that contribution. Thank you very much.
Mazi, there is something that I want to say based on what he commented.
You want to talk to? You want him to remain online while you respond?
No, it's fine. He can go offline. Down. I'm just addressing
thank you, caller.
people generally.
Yes.
So
yes,
now we should not be worried that people are calling DOS. To him, much is given, much is required. We keep them. Even me, I cannot equally stop calling DOS.
to the things that I don't understand, I may scream, where is DOS? Because it's their responsibility to listen to me, and it's also their responsibility to act on our concerns. Very, very important. So, again, you will also understand that so many people who are calling DOS today are not actually calling them based that they are genuine, but they are calling them because of the ingenuity in their heart. That the only people who are standing on their way today is the leadership that are still organizing the people. That is the people that are standing on their way. For them, what they wanted is this issue of this struggle to scatter. That is what
to spiral out of control.
Yes, to speed out of control. That is why you see sometimes people come up with autopilot, that to show that nobody control who. Some people also come out with autonomous IPOP, and we have never. All these things are strange elements, topics that we have had people deliberated in the media. So the only people standing on their way today, because in the people standing on their way is that leadership that we are still protecting today, so that we remain organized. We don't want to be disorganized. And the Mazipat, I have been in your program several times. I said that me in particularly, why I joined the struggle is not because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on all his approach is right or accurate.
100%, yes, you've always said that.
The reason why I joined the struggle is because I want to stand by him. That somebody who is doing something that 20% is just like people who are looking for women today. What they design about the woman, they want the 100%. You cannot find a 100% woman that has the quality that you are looking for. But you can also take side with somebody who has 20 or 40. Then you work in other things. Because the relationship is not about what you will take, it's about what you will give. So now I said why I joined the struggle is not because everything is right, but because I want to stand by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make the wrong right. That is why I am. I come to be an addition. I come to be a support, not to blame him on the area that I felt that he did not fit in well, or he did not do so well. Because we are human beings, there is a human errors he caused. And that is what the cloth stands for. The cloth we wear, why we are wearing cloth, is to help to cover our shame. Because there is people that with that cloth, they cannot walk on the road. For what is in their body, for what is in the surface of their body, without clothes, they cannot walk on the road. But the cloth is covering us, covering our shame. So why I joined is to cover the shame of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to cover the area that he has not done well.
His areas of weakness, to ensure that the proverb that says a tree does not make a forest. He could not even continue up to now if not because people like us come to support him. If he has done this thing for 2 years and nobody comes out, maybe he would have gone back to his child by now. But because he's seen us, he's ready to risk more. He's ready to give out more. He's ready to sacrifice more because he's seeing us behind him. Because he's seeing us encouraging him, supporting his weakness. So at this very point in time, I cannot jump out and say, because I've discovered where one or two things I said, the leadership, they have lapses or they have some imbalance. And then I will jump out that my duty is now to start castigating them. Me, myself, I'm planning a coup. Mazi, let us take this call.
Me that is castigating them. Am I perfect in my own way of life? And even in the leadership of my own family?
Okay, this caller I think is gone. I hope that he returns back. Now, Mazi, we have a situation where people think they can perform very well, they can perform better. But do you have to overthrow the leadership before you show leadership in this case, Mazi Solomon? Must you pull down the leadership that is existing to show leadership in this case?
What is actually happening is that, everybody these days wants soft landing. The fact is that it's very, very easy for this very generation to target your pocket for their enrichment. It's very, very easy. It's common in this very generation that they want you out of the way because they want to inherit your wife, or they want to inherit your company or whatever things you have. They don't want to relegate themselves to the level where you picked it up. So they want a soft landing. So many people are seeing the movement of IPOP as their soft landing for their ambitions of controlling people.
They want to
having loyalty.
They want to start from already built structure rather than going and take the pain of building a structure for themselves and prove their leadership.
Yeah, that's exactly what people are saying. That's what they are looking at. That okay, IPOP is already established movement. That just what they wanted is just to come in and sell the ambitions, and they grab the whatever things they wanted to grab. That is why you see them struggling, attaching themselves with IPOP. We are the family of IPOP. We are under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they don't want to sleep in the street the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sleeps to fund the radio Biafra. They don't want to lose their house the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lose to his house, to be sleeping in the car, for him to fund Radio Biafra and keep talking. They don't want all those ones. They don't even want to be arrested by Nigerian authority, to be top shot, for them to arrive to where Mazi Nnamdi. They don't want to go to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go through some betrayers, sellout, sabo people, even the threat of life that he faced through. They don't want to face those things. They just want to have a safe landing. Once you talk about IPOP, 1,000 people will just view you. You will get 1,000 followers. Then you will get people who are cheering you up. You are doing a good job. You are doing a good exposure. You are, once it's only in IPOP, it's only by mentioning the IPOP or coming to attach yourself around IPOP that you can just have such a followers. You can reach them. Yeah. So that is why you see them. Everybody now is IPOP, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu leadership, because they want that soft landing. So they want to take advantage of what he has labored for, what he has sacrificed for, and they want to get it at the platform of gold. Why drinking tea? Why drinking coffee? Why drinking wine? Why drinking champagne? They want to gain that opportunity with just little effort, while making money, while super chat is coming, while stars are coming. They want such a soft landing. They don't want a situation where they will lose their parents, where the 28 men will be killed in their compound. That's why you see all of them. They are hiding in America. They eat good food. They enjoy light, 24 hours supply. They enjoy Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. They enjoy it. And with the free Wi-Fi, the best offer they will come to offer you is to jump into the media and start instigating you who has not slept under light, who did not see, who slept on heat, who did not even see Wi-Fi, who is burning money for food, burning it for data to watch them, whose business are being destroyed. Your container is lying there in the wharf. Nigerians are confiscating everything.
and they are selling it to whoever they wanted to sell it to. So, and you are the same one they want to instigate. Hey, carry gun, enter street.
And somebody called me yesterday and said that a lot of young Biafrans are no longer sleeping in their houses because they are afraid of arrest, because there is this, military, police, DSS chasing young people all over the place. People are hiding in bushes, even as we speak right now.
Yes. So they want you, they want to instigate you. That you should stay indoor. You should stay indoor. I sit at home in the next 2 months. And as you are staying, maybe you died of hunger in there, then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. While Nigeria are doing mass burial in Benue, it has not moved them. It has not moved them an inch. They are doing mass burial at Kaduna. They are doing mass burial at Jos. It has not moved this government. You are telling me is when you stay indoor and you die of hunger that you will move them. Even everywhere in the media is being spread of how peoples are being killed and how mass burials are being conducted. It has not moved this government. You must know how to play your politics. You must identify your strength at all times. And you will use your strength to pinch your enemies. How do you tackle your enemies? You don't tackle your enemies basing the emphasis on your own strength. No, you need to discover the weakness of your enemies. You need to discover the weakness of your enemies. That is the only thing that will give you a successful attack. That's why the Bible said that woe unto them that put trust in chariots and put trust in the weapon of warfare, because that is your strength. If your strength fails you, what else are you going to lean on? But discovering the weakness of your enemy can never fail you at any time. The weakness of Nigeria in Nnamdi Kanu's case is the judiciary. Is the law.
Let me ask you, Mazi, let me ask you a very, very interesting question. The question I'm asking is, looking at the scenario today and how Nigeria have messed itself up, how the judiciary is even running away from the case, do Biafrans really need any other action, like violent action or violent approach? As the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand today, do Biafrans really need any violent approach to the release of Mazi Nnamdi, knowing fully well that Nigeria cannot prosecute this case? Mazi, respond to this question.
Okay, Mazi, before I respond to this very case, I want to wisely clarify something. You know that most times in the preaching of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we heard him speak with hard voice that we are ready to do anything to restore Biafra. So people are believing that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying, that he's ready to declare war on Nigeria to restore Biafra. Mazi never preached such thing. The only thing Mazi preaches is that we are ready to declare Biafra and defend her border. Defense is the only thing that makes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at any time talk of what Biafra is capable to do. We are not in agenda of destroying Arewa. We are not in agenda of killing anybody from Arewa. So know you today, in case if you are thinking confrontation, you think that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go after people from Arewa or go after people from Oduduwa. No, he's talking about our defense, and that is why ESN was launched. We are not going to pursue Fulani in Kaduna
or in Kanu.
In Kanu, but we are in our land, and we must defend our people who are vulnerable. We must not allow invaders to come into our land, rape our women, kill our people, and destroy their farms and crops.
So confrontations here is not to go after Nigeria or to go and destroy Abuja. No, it's to defend Biafran land. If you are not able to defend your own, now you are talking of where you are going to destroy. That is what I want to clarify to people. Nigeria has already put themselves in a very tight corner where they cannot be able to squeeze themselves out. They will use their executive power as much as they can, like as they are doing today. You know, adjoining the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, reminding him in DSS. These are not the law that are actually putting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in that condition. But it is the power of the executive for him to be where they want him to be, because they knows that the moment he's out from where they want him to be, then justice will begin to follow. But because they want to deny him justice, that's why they are keeping him there. And they are saying they are going through judiciary. So we already have weighed their cases. You have seen the accusations, the level of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have gone through it, and you discover that it's baseless. Even the lawyers that come out and say all these accusations are baseless. So they don't have any ground, any moral ground on the judiciary, which they are trying to subject Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to. So that should be our target, their weakness. Even if they are trying to run away from it, we will be bringing them into it. Because that is where we are sure that when you contend with them today, they will not win. But when you go, them in America, sitting in their comfort zone, there is security in their house now. If anything happened, like as I'm here now, I will
made a comment and said that you call American people, you are not including yourself because you're also sitting in your comfort zone. Somebody dropped a comment here.
But Mazi, people in Australia are not actually making any trouble. They are not the one leveling allegations on people. If I say something, I know what I'm saying. The masterminder of people leveling allegations on people, they are people based in America. It's undeniable. So that's why I'm making reference. And for me to be telling you of comfort zone, because I know what it is. Look at here, a very big mansion. And this is my own house. And this land give me opportunity to own it. So what else? I'm very comfortable. If anything is happening around here, triple zero. In less than 1 second, the police will be everywhere for my rescue. It's a comfort zone. And many of them who are making this trouble are in their comfort zone, are the same like me. But they are trying to instigate people who are under suffering already. They will tell them, come to the street, carry gun. When the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, if you don't hear from me 2 days, burn down Nigeria. And the gun, the real gun, the original one, they are selling it in America. Mazi has also traveled to America, even to beg them to help them, give them the guns that is in America.
The original one.
The original one is in America.
They sent him away. They mocked him even.
Yes. And they are the one who are in a state, in a place where the original gun, the original bullet are being sold. Why didn't they buy them, package them, put them in there and travel and come down to burn down Nigeria? Because they themselves have not heard from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 2 days or so. Why am I raising all these things? It's not just because I want to be talking. But to some extent, we must print out this very picture for people to see how stupid some people can be facing camera, which is very, very appalling. The original gun, machine gun, even Nigeria traveling, begging America to supply them weapons. And you are in the same state, a citizen in the same place where weapons are being sold very cheap. What stops you? Put it in container, come to Nigeria, and cross the Nigeria customs, because you are so powerful. Cross them, carry the gun, come to the street, bomb down Nigeria, because that is what you need to do. That is a job you allocated to yourself. Then forget about the judiciary process that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been subjected to. Then forget about it. Forget about all his rights that he has to claim through the judiciary system. Go and bomb down Nigeria and see how you can put the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into safety. Yes, Mazi Patrick.
Yes, so Mazi Solomon, you know that people are dropping their comments, and people are also making their opinion known. But the line is open for those who want to call in. The line is open because in any moment from now, we'll be rounding up the program. What we are discussing today is the position of the Arewa youth. But we have, in a way, diverted to other issues, of course, that are pertinent to this struggle and the challenges that the leadership have to face. And you know that when Mazi was out here with us, he was facing the same challenges, people calling him all sorts of names. I've always said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself was never spared when it comes to criticism, castigation. Some people even said that they like what he's doing, but they don't like the way he's doing it. Just like some people are also accusing the leadership today of not carrying them along. Don't forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was also accused of not carrying people along. Mazi, how do you analyze that?
Yes.
There is a shift in energy from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now to people who he handed the responsibility to.
Yes, and these are all the issues which we have to be looking at in a time like this. In a time like this. Because Jesus said that if they have liked me, they will like you. But if they hate me, they will also hate you. So I can say that it is in the fate of DOS to have been receiving the name call that they are receiving at this very moment. Because that is the road that the master went through. That is the same fate of the master. There is no name on earth. Somebody in the like of the people that I see today flying over media, and the people like it because the average Southerners, they all believe in gossip. They like gossip. They still have to play the game like kids. You know, when the kids are watching all these cartoons, you know, all these things that turn the imaginations around. Somebody will just fly and land. And
like we used to watch Chinese film those days.
Like they want that kind of mindset. Do you understand? The average Southerners want that kind of mindset where you will be coming to blow things that are not imaginable. Because even the revelation of God's word, the prophecy of God's word is also subjected to fact proving. The revelation of God's words. Because God said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. The Igbo people said, shows that everything, the prophecy of the word of God is subjected to reasoning. God told me is also subjected to reasoning. Because there are so many things that people call God. There are so many things people hear that they claim to be truth that are not truth. So that is what our people should be concerned about. So the fate of the master is the fate of the disciples is the fate of the master. Jesus said, if they have loved me, they will love you. If they have hate me, they will hate you. So why they are now shifting that their chameleon character to the DOS trying to discredit the structure, the only thing we have labored over years to have, to use to organize ourselves. So many people has made an attempt to organize something that was in IPOP, but we are not able. They were not able. And this time around, we are able to break that very rock, and they're able to organize ourselves under an umbrella with a guiding, with a guide principle.
A very strong guiding principle, Mazi.
And now they want to destroy it. They want to destroy the source in which this very project is being financed. They want to destroy it. They want to call all the people who have worked with this IPOP and have moved us from one point to the other in their endeavors. They are now all criminals. They are now all sellouts. They are now all, what are they called them? People who are eating money. People who are being paid salary. So what sort of wickedness is that?
Maz, even you, they say you're also receiving salary. Even myself too, that we are being paid salary for standing on the path of righteousness.
No, the reason why they want to use every weapon at their disposal. It's like we are going to the midnight. Biafrans, today is Sunday. Tomorrow people are going to go to work, So I think as overstretching them could not, and so many of them believe in watching the program also after it has been
broadcasted. Yes.
Yeah. So, but what we are trying to print out here, that as long as you are standing on the path of truth, as long as you are standing in the path of truth, you are not the one playing the blame game. You are not the one, who wanted to destroy the struggle. You will always be their enemies. It doesn't matter how you package yourself or how you portray yourself or even how you lower your tone to speak to them. As long as you are not in that path to destroy this very struggle, you are their worst enemies. You are their worst enemies. All of them who claim that DOS, when you ask them specifically, what has DOS done wrong? What have they done wrong? They say they cancel sit at home that is working. Who initiated sit at home? DOS. Did they have target? Yes. Then why did they cancel it? They cancel it based that there is an superior argument that persists what they want to achieve. We sit at home. But so many people has claimed to it, because if you watch what is happening, so many people are lazy to go to work. And so many people are sincere in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But that day off, for them to sit at home, not to go to government work or teaching work or bank work, they adopted to it. And at the same time, they will be pushing the narrative that the DOS who initiated the sit at home and they suspended it with a superior argument, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will always say, if you have something superior than what I have, bring it out. I will abandon what I'm doing and I will follow yours. But they will dwell on those things, now allowing themselves to be blind over the great achievement that the leadership of this very struggle are making at this very point. And they will come to the media. They want to draw Nenia out in the media so that you begin to travel like them. They begin to call her name. She is the criminal. She is eating all IPOP money. What they want to achieve is that when they finish, they want Nenia to come so that saga can begin, so that they can use saga. Chike Dozium, after they have talked, Chike Dozium will come and talk. So the saga, they will use saga to water down what we stand for and what we are working for. So when they finish their saga, They will be expecting Nanyaya to be jumping from one media house to the other.
Defending herself.
They will, yeah. So that the saga will continue. They will use the saga to water what we are doing. They will be expecting Chike Doziem to be jumping from one so that he can be responding to them. So that they can lose focus from what is important at that moment. So all this is what we want Biafran to understand. So you will be on top of your game. That you defeat your enemy is not based on your strength. It's based on you discovering
their weakness.
Their weakness. And once you attack their weakness, you collapse them. I give you instance. Use it in every aspect of life. If you want your wife to be submissive, look for your wife's weakness. Engage her. Don't use your strength. I'm the man of this house. You must listen to me all the time. You must do what I said. That is your strength. You will damage her the more. And that's why the Bible even admonishes you, say there are weaker vessels. You should handle them with care. Discover their weakness. They might be the kind of people that like praises. Have you praised your wife? Have you praised your wife before? To win her trust and respect? Praise her. Try. Look for her weakness. She might be the type that like gifts. She might be the type that like pocket money. The reason why you are having issues in that marriage is because you are not giving pocket money. You are not giving trips. You always trick. How much is bread? $15. Okay, here is $15. Maybe that is why you are in trouble in that very relationship. You have not tried, okay, here is $50. You should go and get bread. And you overlook what is the change. Maybe that is why. You should look for her weakness and engage her. She might be the person that want gift, he want flowers during every occasion. He might be the one that wanted every time you call him, when he call you, you call him darling. You shouldn't say, I should not be doing this. You engage him with your strength. You will destroy yourself and you destroy that marriage. And you will never be happy in that marriage. But when you discover the strength, when you discover the weakness of
your marriage counseling, you've gone into a different dimension entirely.
Because they are all together. They are all part of this life. We learn from every aspect. You make illustrations so people can also learn. So we must understand all these things. That the weakness of Nigeria at this very moment is the judiciary system that they subjected Mazi Nnamdi Kanu others. So we must do, that is why when they subjected Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under the judiciary, everybody sees that Nigeria have lost it. So you see many lawyers are coming to join that they want to be part of the legal teams of because now
because they've seen a playground where they can shine.
They have seen a very good a promising playground, at least at any time you can make a boast that you are among the legal team. That is just what it is, my brother. That is what it is.
So at the end of the day, I believe that it's just a matter of time. Sometimes when you lead a people, you give them time. Because like I've always suggested that our people do not need explanation. The only thing our people need is continuous teaching and the result. And I believe this is the responsibility of the leadership to continue to teach our people, because no amount of explanation can convince them to what you are doing. What they continue, and that was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have also adopted.
But Mazi, for the line you have taught now, I want to tell you that what wisdom suggests. Do you know that a great pastor, a successful pastor can be a successful failed husband? Yes. That you are a great pastor does not qualify you to be a great husband or a successful husband. So many great pastors, they fell as husbands. So many great pastors, they fell as a successful wife. You can be a successful engineer, but you are a medical doctor failure. That the DOS are good in leadership does not qualify that they will be perfect in communication, that they will be perfect in public address. You know, it's part of this very program, but we cut that part off today, which we are going to come up, because we are going to look into, in these very discussions, we are going to go everywhere, even in the sustainability of the movement of, in the financial sustainability of the movement of IPOP. We are going to discuss it. We are not arrogant people. We are just here to educate a way forward for the people. That all this why we base that whatever that come into IPOP goes to expenses. But we can also started looking as a movement, because I know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is trying to do to protect his image, because people have already projected he's running his company, he wants to build his empire, and Biafrans, they are very, very good in buying fake news.
Into those fallacies, yes.
And the one person from America will rise, because they always rise from America. It is surprising that we see some that rise from Europe these days, but they always rise from America. And they will say, we tell you, this man is building empire. But Biafrans, when we begin to talk about sustainabilities, in financial sustainabilities of Biafra, we might not depend this struggle till when we restore Biafra on the people's contribution. We can also look for a way of reinvesting the people's contributions in opening avenues that can establish Biafrans at the same time financially.
Bring turnaround of income for IPOB.
Yes, we will look at it. We will look at so many things in this leadership. And also, it should be part of this very discussion when we come up next. We want to discuss also, because there was this innovations. You cannot, the model of the car they use during Zik and during Ojukwu Biafran War is not the same today. There must be innovation. We have been here for a decade in this Biafran struggle. There will be innovations, definitely, and a way forward. So we are going to look into also in making sure that the leadership grown a public relation officer, person who duty, responsibility is to continuously, as they are doing in Radio Biafra, relating directly that he represents the spokesperson of DOS. And because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a public relation officer, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there, everybody expects to hear the direct news from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2015, Uche Mofo was there as a public relation officer, which everybody claimed that every word from him is authentic. Now this time around, and Uche Mofo during his time also, he does his business in the media. He sleep there. He eat his ogusi soup. And a theory ogiri na studio. Do you understand? So he was doing the job, communicating. People are calling, receiving call, and he does it often, almost every day. So at this very point in time, which we know that Biafrans also, they enjoy, because you should look at also what is convenient for your people. They enjoy sitting down, listening to broadcasts, listening to news, update. So therefore, you must make that provisions for them. And they find somebody that is talented, that has the time, put him on that position, a spokesman of DOS on a media issues. while all the broadcasters, they comes to, because the broadcasters also, they are broadcasters, they are opinion molders, but they are not like people who come to say the authentic.
Speaking from the position of authority, is
from the
completely
position of authority. So they should look for that and grow somebody into that. Is very, very important, so that the communication that people desire, they should say, okay, the spokesman is talking today, we ask him question, which we know our question go direct to the table of DOS. You know, we listen to him, which we know whatever he says is coming from the table of the DOS. So they should also look at that very aspect. Very, very important. And we are going to include it in these very discussions when we are going to go into details.
Then also look at the views of our people. You know, Mazi, the only funny thing is that we have held program over the years, but it's like our people have not really paid attention to most, because you've said a lot over the years, a lot you've delivered. In fact, you've even emptied yourself over the years, you know, and I think that, you know, there is need for us to really return back like we've been also been doing in the past, to do more of engagement, take questions. Where we have to gossip, we gossip, you know, because it's also form part of the job. You cannot engage the public without, because the gossip is part of human nature. So when I see people say, oh, you people are gossiping, I mean, you cannot take it away. Even sometimes when you even tune into CNN, they still gossip in CNN. Mazi, I don't know, you know, but we have to find a dimension that can suit the need of our people in the areas of a community. So we'll be coming here regularly. We've just rolled out this program. Unfortunately, our brother, Mazi Austin, Chick Austin, got, you know, as a result of network problem, left the program. And I've been trying to see if I could connect him on WhatsApp, but he's telling me he's having a network issue. But I hope that, and I assuring Biafra that we'll continue with this program regularly every evening to do more of engagement, educate our people, continue to talk, because I believe that at this point in time, our people need to tune themselves into the realities of this moment. We have taken bullets on the street. We have done everything. We have lost people. We have made a lot of casualties here and there. And at this point, what does the struggle demand? Mazi, I don't know if that is the question we should be asking. What does the struggle demand?
Somebody in the comments.
Yes, our struggle demand now that we look at the position that we have found ourselves and take advantage of the possibilities and the opportunities that are available, so that we would not be living like 10 years behind when we are supposed to be moving forward. Mazi, I think we have to come to the end of this program.
Yes, but Mazi, before then, somebody said to me, he said, please, Solomon says the truth. Is the DOS doing it well at this time? Okay, now listen very well, because I need to address you before we finish this very program. Yeah. You need to consider what is at stake for you at this time attacking DOS. What is at stake is bigger than even the Biafra that you are pursuing. What is at stake is even bigger than the Biafran that you are pursuing right now. Because what the job that have already been done in getting Biafra has getting some bigger percentage. But do you know the ground we have gained right now is at stake by the comments that people are making about DOS. You have no other time or opportunity to get it right rather than this very time. And the only way you will do it is Egwu Oliver the Cook. Eneta ayalu keji atoto. Eneta ayalu keji atoto. Ihe mgboji atụ enwe n'ihu bụ ka ọ fụchatasịa
Kofu shatasia. Onwa mgbatu yebela akwa agadi nwanya ahapụ ịfụ nsị. Onye na-asị gị ka enyi ọchịchị ka ọchịa today. Mgbe ị enyekwu onye a akụkọ ga-adịkwu ya. As long as na ndị mmadụ now people are human. There is no way you can want to give a detail you will not find a fault. There is human errors. There is human inabilities. As you are looking at me today, there is people that if you keep 5 books in front of them, within 2 days, they will swallow it. Swallow the book. And they will tell you every details that is in each book they read. But there is people who doesn't have that ability. So you might have an ability in one thing and you don't have in other. Then when you are faced in where you don't have ability, it will be showing error. Then what you need is the next person to support you. When the children of Israel were fighting a battle, a deadly battle, God instructed Moses to go to the mountain and lift up the sword, and then the children of Israel will prevail. He was there. Human error come. His hand become weak, that he cannot be able to hold the sword. And whenever he bring down his hand because of human error, human inability, the battle will go against the Israel. So when the next people who are there saw what is happening in the position of Joshua, they ran and they held the hand of Moses. They support his hand. DOS need your support. The Lego team need your support. Hold their hands up and you will begin to see results, because their failure is our failure. Their success is our success. So there's nothing like when we succeed, then it will be Shike Dosium. It should also be recommended that there is people who held the hand of Chike Dosium up. That there is people who held the hand of DOS up. If you judge them as individuals, as person, as human, you might find them wanting. But if you judge them as a cooperative entities, as people who were together, then they are more than strong. They are doing more than enough. All you need is you who are busy complaining here and there. Hold their hands. Come to Facebook, stand that the structure of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as Uchemofo, when his Uchemofo normally said, that the heart of this project will not see corruption. And what is the heart of this project? That structure. That structure. If you want to work yourself and to be insider, the road is open. The road is open. Don't do it with galagala. Don't do it by castigating. Do it by following the principle. And you will be spotted. And people will see your skill. And they will call you in. You will be part of the family. I think we'll be rounding it up from here. I've given my last word. Thank you so much for making me part of it.
Mazi, we hope to be coming back. We hope to be coming back by tomorrow. We hope to be coming back by tomorrow to continue from where we stop. Even if it's going to be 1 hour program every day, we'll try our best to make sure that we sustain and continue to engage our people in this direction. Maz, I want to say thank you very much. Except there is something you still want to say before I let you.
Yeah, also just to lend voice to a comment. Who was commenting that somebody was commenting that actually the problem of our people that they want to open everything at the same time, you know. We cannot, because there is no race that you will go into now that don't have their peculiar problems. Do you understand? Our problem is not different from the problem that other people have in their own areas. Even when you go to Ariwa, the thing is that ability to manage to manage your problem is what is important. But there's no place you will go. There are even some people are doing comparison. It's not like that in Oduduwa. When you become an Oduduwa person, you will face the peculiar problem.
Even the Oduduwas are even telling their elders that they should take a lead from what the Igbo elders have done. I saw it in the news where the Oduduwas are telling their elders, you see how the Igbo elders are moving to Abuja, interfering and broken peace and all that.
So there is no problem.
Why you have our people abusing the elders, and the Oduduwas are appreciating the work of the elders, Mazi?
There is no free life anywhere. There's no free life everywhere. Anybody who tells you that there is a place you have a success without challenge, that person is lying to you. That's why some people we said, so there is challenge in every phase of life, and anytime you decide to succeed, you will be get ready to face challenges. So we are facing the challenges. Your ability to manage your challenges and keep moving is what is important, and that is what IPOP leadership are doing. They are managing their challenges, at the same time they keep moving. We are not stagnant. So don't you even think we are, and don't judge by the number of people who follow live program and number of people who watch the program at the end. The reality does not come from those things. The reality remains that the person who is talking or the person who is doing anything in the position of leadership knows exactly what he's doing and was able to manage the circumstances and situation and also moving at the same time. So that is what is important, because at the end, you will always hear people say the end will justify the means. You might be saying that what the adage said in English is that once the day is not done, you cannot cancel a day. So as long as it still remains 1 minute, 1 second, anything can happen at any time, you know. And I wanted you to know that it's very, very important we have this very knowledge that it might take somebody who did not plan well. It might take that person 100 years to get a result. Person who did not plan well, it might take him 100 years to get a result. But somebody who planned well, under a second, under a minute, he can hit his target.
Yes.
That is just the truth. So you need to sleep with this very truth. If you did not plan well, it might take you 1 million years to get a result. But somebody who planned well will hit his target under a second. So it might take somebody the whole day to plan, only to hit target in 1 second. That time you thought, oh, nothing is being happened, nothing is being done, you will just be seeing results pumping in, pump, 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 and that will be your portion. So believe on the Biafran struggle, believe on the work that the DOS are doing, believe on the work that all the genuine...
One other thing again that we must emphasize maybe in the coming days is that there are certain results that do not come quick. That there are certain results that you give time, that you expect this result. The job must have been done, but the result might take time to arrive. I think we have to also look at that area as well as we continue from tomorrow in this program, because there are certain results that you don't get. There are certain results that don't just come immediately. They might come with time.
Yeah, and I want to end it up with one story that a man demonstrated as a faith. The thing is that they said he come to. There's no need of me mentioning his name anywhere. They said he come to his church and he told them that God has because he has been praying for bicycle. This is a missionary. He has been praying for a bicycle so that he can be reduce some of the stress of walking from one place to the other. So he came to his church and he told them that actually that God has blessed him as a testimony, that God has blessed him with a bicycle, and everybody clap and dance. But the man is walking up his faith for what he believes, because the Bible said that when you pray to your Father in the secret, he will reward you at the open. So the man has contacted God in the secret, and they failed to engage him in the public so that there will be no escape route for God. So God, you want to take back this glory that has already been given to you. You want to throw it out. So he come and tell his church, these people, that he has gotten a bicycle, that God has blessed him with bicycle. And eventually the church clapped. And when the church finished, everybody followed the man to his house. They want to see the bicycle. And when they get there, they say, "Where is the bicycle? Let's join." And they ask them a question. I said, "How many months does a woman carry a baby in the womb before giving birth to her?" They said 9 months. They say it's okay, that his bicycle is in his womb, that he will be delivered anytime soon. So once you have done a good job, you will always remain in expectation. Then when you have done a good job underground, your expectation will be very high outside. So what DOS are doing is that they are doing underground job, making sure everything is intact, carrying everybody's along, because nobody know, the youth alone cannot restore Biafra. The elders alone cannot restore Biafra. They need the strength of the youth. And they also, most of the people who are politicians also, they cannot do it alone. They need the support of the people. So coming of Biafra will have to unite everybody together. Underground job has to be done beyond what people analyze in the
media. On the surface.
Yeah.
And there is other one thing again that I would like our people to understand, that when you see the water flow at the top of that river, it seems very calm, but underground the water is boiling. You know, so when you jump in, believing that that river that is flowing is just, when you sink under, you see the current, because under the river lies the current, Mazi. I want to say thank you very much for your presence. I want to say thank you very much for being here. We hope to be here tomorrow again, possibly by 10 p.m. Even if it's going to be just 1 hour interaction, we'll still open the line. We want to hear more of our people calling in, expressing their views, expressing their concern, so that we'll be able to address them one after the other. Mazi Solomon, I want to say thank you for your being present. I hope that Mazi Austin will be able to join us definitely in the next coming episode. And I hope that Biafrans will continue to share this program. Tune in, because we are here to help you as you also help us. Have a wonderful morning on your end, because I know it is morning, and the night and afternoon to some Biafrans all over the world. Until we meet again, my name remains Ikem Patrick DK, and my guest, Mazi Solomon Peter. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, and God bless you.
And then G, le kwasa. Fly by your man, it is late. I never. We no go sit down the look. Make them come report our girls. Everybody, we rise up. We no fighting, we are just up. No be so. No be so. We gonna share. Every day, people just show. So family was white part Fulanis. So Jackie boy used to call them terrorists. We touch them, they can't know you go cause war. We touch you so the bobo, you go cause war. Makana Prugo no Nanga Wanelua. Hang when you find for another. It's not the time we go change for them. Change for them, tell them we know this. Onye kokuli oku apagoya. Emina saya apayo. Igbo people have been marginalized. IPOBs have been brutalized. We no go sit down there.
Purchase your tracks today.
Make them come kill all of us. We no go sit down there look. We no take our life. We no go sit down there look. Make them stop the house like us. We no go sit down there look. Make them come rebel our years.
Purchase your tracks today.
Thank you, one. Instead of up, they take us down. Instead of right, they take us left. Kata, Buru the change. They promise to change, but we don't see the change. Why you not let Biafra go? Are you not tired of killing them? There's not the time we go send up for them. Send up for them, tell them we don't be zombie. We not go sit down there look. Make them go kill all of us. We not go sit down there look. Make them go we not go sit down there look. Make them go the house like us. We not go sit down there look. Make them go rebel our girls.
Is it a person?